Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to Nintendo Week.
Today we'll get into the games from Super Mario All-Stars Limited Edition.
I'll play the game Disney Epic Mickey, and Gary will share some pro tips for Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Plus some Virtual Console news coming up later on in the show.
I love this time of year. So many surprises.
And giant, suspicious-looking presents of mysterious origins. You open it.
No way, it has air holes. Ah!
Last week we opened our copy of Super Mario All-Stars Limited Edition and checked out the contents.
This week we finally get our hands on the games.
You can play with your choice of the Wii Remote Controller, the Classic Controller Pro, or the Nintendo GameCube controller. First up, Super Mario Bros. As you can see in here, the graphics and sound have been updated from the original version that was released for the Nintendo Entertainment System. It's amazing how much of this you remember from playing it. In the NES version, this was the first time that Mario ever fought Bowser.
In the original Super Mario Bros., Gary would have had to wait until I lost a turn to play.
But in this version, the other player gets a turn when you complete a stage.
The game known as Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels was released in Japan as the sequel to Super Mario Bros., but a totally different game was released as Super Mario Bros. 2 in the US. It was the first Super Mario Bros. Game that allowed you to play as Toad, who's strong and can pick things up quickly, or Princess Peach, who can float in the air.
I'm gonna wait to pull these up until after I throw the potion, because they'll turn into coins on the other side. Collecting 5 cherries gets you a star. It looks like I should go right here, but I'm gonna take a shortcut. Mario and Luigi have been picking up power-ups since Super Mario Bros., but Super Mario Bros. 3 took it to the next level.
I got the Super Leaf, which turns me into Raccoon Mario, so now I just have to clear out the enemies, and I can fly.
Back in the day, these new suits were literally game changers, allowing Mario to do things he never could before, like fly, or with the Tanuki suit, turn into a statue.
Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels was originally released as Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan, but it wasn't available in the US until the first release of Super Mario All-Stars for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Some gamers think it's the most difficult Super Mario Bros. Game ever.
The second mushroom is a poison mushroom. This game takes everything you learned in the first Super Mario Bros. And uses it against you. This guy here is helpful. Obviously, you know that there are more than just these coins down here. Join us next week when we'll give a listen to the Super Mario History Soundtrack CD. It's hard to believe that just a month ago, the world didn't have Donkey Kong Country Returns. How did we live? After spending a lot of time playing the game, Nintendo Week has a brand new batch of pro tips to share with you. Cranky Kong doesn't have the best disposition, but he's definitely got your back. If you load a saved game of Donkey Kong Country Returns with 0 balloons, Cranky Kong will appear and give you a friendly warning. Plus, he'll give you a few extra lives just to help you out. In some levels of Donkey Kong Country Returns, you'll encounter mysterious bags hanging from the ceiling. You can't jump on them, you can't really push them around, but if you have a barrel, you can bust them open. Most of the time, there'll be just one barrel available to toss at the bag, so if you miss, you'll have to start the level over again from the beginning to get what's inside. In Donkey Kong Country Returns, you're always on the lookout for balloons. And there's a way to get as many as you want in one shot. Just go to the Sloppy Sands level in the Beach World. A little after the checkpoint, past the sharks, you'll see 2 squid turrets under a broken bridge. With Diddy Kong on your back, you can jump from one squid to the next when you hit them mid-spin. Once you've hit the first 2 squids, the next 5 squids you hit without touching the ground will give you 1 banana coin each. After that, you get a balloon for each subsequent squid you hit. So, keep bouncing to rack them up. We'll be back next week with more tips. Donkey Kong Country Returns is in stores now.
In Disney Epic Mickey, you play as Mickey Mouse, who's on an adventure to save a dark cartoon world called Wasteland from the evil Shadowblot. This week, we're taking an in-depth look at the gameplay. Right now, Mickey needs to complete a quest in Mickey Junk Mountain. If I want to get past this part of Mickey Junk Mountain, I have to help Decker start his crane. And to do that, I have to paint in 3 TVs. Ooh, gotta watch out for these bunnies. They'll try to throw Mickey into a pool of thinner. So I shake them off. Now I aim Mickey's magic paintbrush at the TV and paint it in with the B button. Steamboat Willie's playing on the TV. And the bunnies like it. Now, I remember there was something in an earlier quest about a telephone, so let's go to my quests log. Okay, dial 726 on the phone in Mickey Junk Mountain to restore part of Wasteland telephone network. So, there's a giant keypad here, so let's check it out. So, we'll jump on the 7, double jump to the 2, and land on the 6. Okay, phone service has been restored, 1 quest down, but Mickey still needs to find 2 more TVs. And here is the second TV. We'll paint that in. 2 TVs painted and 1 to go. Just completing quests left and right. It's what I do. Not a big deal. All right. A lot of exploration in Epic Mickey is thinning things out to see what's behind them. So I thin out this Fantasia poster. And here's the last TV. And now Decker opens the way to the next area of Mickey Junk Mountain. Disney Epic Mickey is in stores now.
Now it's time for that virtual console news we promised you. Starting today, the game Mario Party 2 is available for the Virtual Console service. In Mario Party 2, originally released in 2000 for the Nintendo 64 system, up to 4 people play as Mario and his Mushroom Kingdom pals, competing for stars on 6 adventure boards. There's Mystery Land, Horror Land, Western Land, Pirate Land, Space Land, and Bowser Land. And in each one, the characters change their costumes to match their surroundings. There are more than 60 mini-games in Mario Party 2. In one, you might be skating across a lava pit. In another, you'll have to destroy a statue of Bowser. It's a bunch of games rolled into one. You never know which mini-games you'll get, so it's a different game every time you play. Download Mario Party 2 now for 1,000 Wii points. Chips and salsa not included.
Since you're watching Nintendo Week right now, that means you've already downloaded Nintendo Channel onto your Wii console. If you're new to Nintendo Channel, you might not know that you can use it to recommend games for the Wii and Nintendo DS systems and to see what games other Nintendo Channel users have recommended. To get started, click on the Recommend Titles icon on the home screen and follow the on-screen instructions. You'll need to have played a game for at least an hour to recommend it. I'm going to recommend the game Fluidity from the WiiWare service. You'll be asked a series of questions. Who in your house enjoyed this title the most? And you pick either male or female sign. How old is the person who enjoyed this title the most? Enter the person's age on the screen. Hey, look away! How highly do you recommend this title? Here you want to hold the white button on the middle of the bar and adjust it based on how you rate this title. I love Fluidity, so we'll say highly. To whom does this title most appeal? This is a game everyone can play and enjoy, so... Which gaming mood best suits this title? Should it be casual or hardcore? I'm gonna say casual. Is this title more fun to play alone or with friends? I'm gonna say alone. When you're all done, review your answers and select Recommend to upload them, and they'll be combined with the recommendations of other people who have played the same game. If you want to see what other people are recommending, click on the Everyone's Recommendations icon on the home screen. You can look at recent recommendations or all recommendations, and also check out video rankings. In these sections, you'll see other users' top picks ranked by Platinum, Gold, Silver, and Bronze. Just click on a title to see a breakdown of what other people are saying. So let's check out the stats for the game New Super Mario Bros. Wii. 75% of Nintendo Channel users think it appeals more to gamers. 66% think that it's most fun if you're in a casual mood. And 86% think that it's a game that's more fun with friends. Whether you're looking for a recommendation for a new game to play, or you want to recommend a game you've played, Nintendo Channel has you covered. And while you're here, you can also check out the video rankings to see what videos are popular on the channel. Also from the search menu, you can search for titles based on other users' recommendations. This makes it easy to find a new game to play. And each game's page shows how much time Nintendo Channel users have spent playing a particular game and how many times they've played it. Check back every Monday for updates. The holiday season is still in full swing, but this episode of Nintendo Week must come to an end.
Join us next week when we listen to the Super Mario History soundtrack CD from Super Mario All-Stars Limited Edition.
We'll also check out Raving Rabbids Travel in Time and share some advanced moves for Donkey Kong Country Returns.
And we'll give you some ideas of how to use those gift cards you'll hopefully get this holiday season. All right, Allison, I think it's time. Season's greetings, bros.
Do you think we can exchange it?
Rude.